Hey guys, what is going on? It is Grant Smithable, and today we are going to be doing another text effect in Photoshop. And this is a very simple effect. It's not one that is really too complicated, but it's really good to use for logos and other things like that. So to do this text effect, the first thing that we're going to be doing is making a new document. So go to File, New, and you want to make sure that you have this preset that I've created. If you don't, it's okay, but I found that it works best using these measurements and resolution value. So for the width, it's going to be 1550, and for the height, it's going to be 870. And for the resolution, it's going to be 150. And for the background contents, I just use background color because our background color is currently black, and that's the one that we're going to be using. So the second step is to make sure that you have the text tool selected. So we're going to be using the horizontal type tool. And for the font, I'm using it's Bebas Neu. I'm pretty sure I pronounced that wrong, but it's going to be okay. You can use whatever font you want. It does not matter. So yeah, for the text, for the size of the text, I use 200. 200. That's it. If you want to use something else, you can. But that one works well for the measurements that we have used. So you can basically type whatever you want. I'm gonna type. I was gonna type metal, but let's see. Why don't we do? Why not? Why don't we just do metal? Okay, so now that we have that typed out, we're gonna move it, and we're gonna kind of have it a little bit higher up in the middle, because in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to create a glossy effect on the metal itself, on the metal text itself, and also how to create a reflection of the metal on the bottom on the bottom of the text that I showed you how to do in another video. But this is going to really get into the specifics of how to do that. So right now I'm just trying to center it at the top of my page. That looks good. Alright, so now that we have that, we're going to actually be adding the effect of metal to this text. So to do that, you can click on this effects icon right here to display drop-down menu of the effects, or you can double click on the right side of the text layer itself to display a larger and more specific drop-down effect window. So the first effects that we're going to be adding is bevel and emboss and contour. Now click on bevel and emboss again to display certain aspects of values that you can change to get a desired effect. So for the style, we're gonna click on inner bevel, and for the technique, you want to have chisel hard on. And as you can see, that already creates a kind of metallic effect. Not really, but you can kind of see a hint of 3D in there. And now the depth is 100, the direction is up, and the size, I usually keep it at 5, and soften, I usually put at 1. For the shading, this is usually, these presets usually come already adjusted to the angle 120 and the altitude 30, and global light is checked, so that's pretty much has that already selected, so you can keep that on. But one thing that we're going to be changing in shading is the gloss contour. And for the gloss contour that you want to select is the ring. It's a ring. Here it is. If I'm hovering over it, you can see it's this one right here. And that creates kind of a metallic effect already on the text, and it looks pretty good. So now that we have that, you want to make sure that you have gradient overlays on, and you just want to reduce the opacity just a bit to about 84%. Actually, I'd actually have it to about 91%. And that's good. And the gradient that you want to have is black to white respectively on. Okay. And that's pretty much it for the drop down menu, so we can go ahead and click OK. So that's our basic effect already on the text, but I'm going to just be tweaking a certain amount of things and adding some new effects to the text. So to do that, the first one that I'm going to be doing is have a glare kind of glossy reflection on the text, and then reflect the text itself on the bottom. So I know it sounds complicated, but don't worry. To do this, the first thing that you want to have selected is the Elliptical Marquee tool. Here it is, and it's the second it's the second one on the list. Maybe it might be different in your Photoshop, but there it is. So now you just want to left click and drag and kind of have it so that it meets the halfway point of the text. So there we go. And you also want to create a new layer. I forgot to mention that, but like that. And you want to make sure that after you do that, you want to right click inside the selection, and you want to go down to fill. Now now after doing so, you will have a window pop up that displays certain aspects of the fill, and you just want to make sure that you use the foreground color, which in our case is white, and the blending mode is normal, and the opacity is 100%. So then after that, you can go ahead and click OK. And as you can see, it added a white elliptical circle to the text. Now after that, you want to click on the drop down menu right here, and you want to go over to soft light. And as you can see, it added a lighting. It only added the white to the text, and we're going to be reducing how vivid that is. We can actually deselect. So to deselect, you can hit Control D and it deselects it, or you can go over here and go to the select drop down menu and go deselect. So we're going to be reducing the opacity of the soft light, making sure that you're on the layer that we created when we put the elliptical selection of white on the text. So to reduce the opacity, just drag this down a bit, and I'd go for somewhere about, I'd say about 38. Yeah, that's about good. Okay, and we can hit enter. Okay, so now that we have this very cool reflection on the text, what we can do now is create a reflection of the text on the bottom. So to do this, we're going to create a copy of the metal text, and to do that we'll hit Control J, and it creates a copy of that. And we can go ahead and minimize the effects drop down menu. And so now that we have that, making sure that we're on the copy text layer, go down, click on edit, and go down to transform, and then go down again to flip vertical. And then you can click the move tool and click on the text, and then hit shift and drag down, and it doesn't move any other way, and it should lock into the bottom of the metal, which it did. And now that that is reflected, you want to make sure that you reduce the opacity of the text. So I'd say somewhere about 14, I'd say somewhere about 10%. That looks nice. Alright, so now that we have that, you'll notice that we don't have the reflection of the reflection on this text. So to do that, we're going to be doing exactly what we did on this one. So we're going to go ahead and create a new layer, and we're going to draw another circle and have it meet about the halfway point. And then we're going to go ahead and right click and go to fill, and it should have used the same one as last time, but if it didn't, just go ahead and make it the foreground color mode normal and opacity 100%, and preserve transparency is checked off. And once you've done that, you can go ahead and click OK. And now, like last time, we're going to change this to soft light, and then we're going to go deselect, and we're going to reduce the opacity of that to about I'd say about 815. Yeah, that seems right. Actually, how about we go 12? Alright, there we go. And now you can see that the text is glossy and it's reflected itself on the ground. Now, the next step is to create some lighting. So to do this, we're going to get our paintbrush tool, and we're going to have the color white on, and we're going to change the opacity down to 1%, and we're just going to size it up. If you use the brackets on your keyboard, the left one to size it down, the right one to size it up, and click, hold shift, and draw. Oh, I'm sorry. Make sure that you created a new layer, and just click and draw. Just click. Oh wait. Okay. There we go. Just a simple line should do to create kind of a. Actually, no. Actually, why don't we do that on the background layer? That should work. Oh no, it's starting to see that. Well, actually, you know what? We can just have a simple light right there, I think. Yeah, something like that, I guess. And ooh, our other text moved. So hold on. There we go. Okay, so now that we have that done, we're gonna get our paintbrush tool again and just go on the layer that we created the light effect on, and we're gonna add some lighting to the bottom of this, just like that. And that creates a cool effect like that. Okay, so now that we have that, I'd recommend doing that to the bottom as well. Just like this. And so now that that looks like that, I think we should move the metal copy above the let's see. Actually, you know what? That looks good. We'll go ahead and keep that just like that. And for the metal effect, you want to make sure that you're on the metal copy, and with your paintbrush, hit X on your keyboard so that it changed the foreground color to black. And getting your paintbrush, you can click, and it will ask you to rasterize the layer. Go ahead and click OK, and you just want to up the opacity just a bit, and you just want to around the bottom of the text start to color in. You won't be able to see it that well, but that's okay. just click in some places that just to kind of blend it in and have the text become create a lighting behind it. So now that we have that, we're just going to do the same for over here. Okay, so now that we have that, that was basically how to do the metal text effect. You guys can change whatever you guys want with it. I mean, there's so much stuff that you can do after this point. I might make another video showing some other stuff that I will be adding. Just some simple stuff to change. But that was pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.